Hello all, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Forever Fasting, because that's what I'll be doing forever, fasting. So today is day 31, the last day for the protein sparing modified fast August challenge that I was doing, and for anyone that was doing it along with me or doing your own month-long journey for August. I would just gonna go over the month and see kind of just a recap of it, and then we will get into what my final weigh-in was and my measurements that I had taken. So protein sparing modified fast. So it is a high protein, low carb, low fat diet. Pretty restrictive. Lots of people think it's like pretty much just like keto, but it's not quite. You really are tailored to the protein, and you have to eat very lean protein. So it can be restrictive. So I would like to say I made it through the 31 days. It's over. I guess I could possibly do today as well and do a weigh-in tomorrow and see what happens, but I still am just doing the protein today and everything, like sticking on it for today, the last day. But I'm going to finish with it today, do this as the last video for the PSMF challenge, and so that I won't have to do it tomorrow. It's just over, it's done. So I'm honestly, I can't say that I'm upset that it's over. I'd be lying. I'd be lying to you all. So I am happy it's over. It did feel like a really long month, but it's this fast diet, fast, fad, whatever, is supposed to be a rapid weight loss fast. So if you're wanting to lose, they were saying, up to 20 pounds, this is possible. Some people have lost that I've researched, read up on, and I do think it's doable. So I did stick to it, but I did have some bumps and some ups and downs, and especially around the middle of the month that, I did some maybe not so right things, and maybe not eating totally the right things, and then kind of not being prepared. I think all those things is what, altered or, didn't make me as successful as I want it to be for this month. So I would recommend this to others, definitely. Sorry about that. So I definitely believe this diet is doable for lots of people to do, but I do believe, like, I was reading the Lyle McDonald handbook, and that is what I was going by. So I do believe that, sorry, I know my phone's gonna ring again, so no. Okay, so sorry. I just think that it was kind of meant, like they had said in the handbook, like, it was meant for to be under like doctor supervision, in the 70s, and that's what they did for really obese people, and trying to get them to lose weight like rapidly, really fast. So I can see that it can work for sure if you're really strict on it. I think if you even teeter off a bit, you're still going to lose weight, but not to the maximum amount that, they're telling you that's possible. I think that if you're definitely a meat eater, it won't be as hard like as it was for me. I am not a big meat person. I do love a steak, a ribeye, which is the, fatty, delicious steak that you can't have on PSMF. So you know, trying, and I mean, I love all fish, but I'm not good with pork and certain things. Like, I just don't eat a lot of meat normally, but I'm always up for the challenge, and I wanted to do this anyways and give it a try. So I tried to get my protein out of all kinds of different things. So I will say also for the egg white powder, like, honestly, that stuff, it's amazing, you know, like what you can do with certain things nowadays, what everybody just comes up with, and it's fantastic. So I would say I would not have lasted as long as I did, I don't think, or I could have lasted, like, absolutely, but I wouldn't have gotten to the protein amounts that I was supposed to be daily if it wasn't for the egg white powder. Making, you know, like the cinnamon buns, sugar cinnamon bread, the just the flatbread that I liked eating, making it into sandwiches with the turkey and whatever, right? Because I just wouldn't have made it. Like, there's no way with the amount of protein you needed. That was like the biggest help of all, because when I did teeter off in the middle of the month, trying to save time and trying to do like supplements and shakes and everything, that just totally backfired on me. So my advice would be to anybody doing this, definitely, you have to stick to the lean meats, getting all your protein from real food, right? Which, I mean, I guess we know we should be doing that on any diet or just your lifestyle. You want to get all your nutrients or anything that you need from like real whole foods. So that just shows you right there, showed me that that was a fact, because it really totally just threw me right off the diet in the middle of the month. So for the first 8 days I did really good, or longer. I had lost 11 pounds like in the first like over a week, and then after that I was not doing good, went off track, doing the wrong thing. But I kept going and I was trying to do my best, and then I just hit that stall, which most of you who follow me know, like, oh my gosh, like it was day after day after day. I was at 179. Oh my gosh. I thought, like, do I need a new scale? Is it my scale, maybe? we like really want to blame it on the scale, right? But I think whatever it was, I don't know what happened after. Like, I just, like, can you stall, like, when you're just doing a month-long, diet or fast? Like, like, is that for real to stall, like, only a month in? Anyway, it is what it is. That's what happened to me. This is my personal experience of me doing the 1 month on PSMF. So, is it doable? Yes. Could you possibly do 20 pounds? Yes. Can you lose weight on this diet? Absolutely. You definitely can lose weight, for sure. 10 pounds for sure. I'm going to say, it doesn't matter who you are, you will lose 10 pounds on this diet, doing this diet. Do I think it's 1 month long? It should be. I would say no. So I would say doing the 2 weeks like they suggest, then you stop and you have a break or a refeed or whatever it is, and then you can go back onto it again for another week or two or whatever and see how you're doing. Maybe I needed to do that. Maybe that was how it works better, right? Like, I don't know. But I did straight month, and that's what I did. So 31 days, and I made it. So we made it. I'm proud of myself because I actually just went the 31 days. I knew I could, because usually when I have a challenge, I do it. It's really rare that I give up, but it definitely did help me starting this channel to actually make myself accountable. So even if I didn't have the time or I didn't feel like it or whatever, I just went on knowing that I have to be true to myself and true to anyone who was following me. Then I felt bad if I didn't, keep up with it. But I mean, you have to be true and honest to yourself, right? Like, I mean, you have to. If nobody else is going to be, like, you definitely need support. Support, I feel, just like I've said from the beginning, It's so important. And if you don't have support at home or you don't have support around you, then you need to find it in other ways, because it's really important. It's hard to do things on your own. I don't think we're meant to be alone. We're human, and I don't think we're meant to just be alone all the time. So when things get hard, and we have to know that it's good to talk about it. Even me was talking about it every day, and for me to go back on maybe what I was doing or whatever, this has been a great experience for me. So I don't know what else to say about that. It was a good experience. I wish, yes, that I did better on it. So I'm just talking about me, myself, personally. I wish I did better and stuck to it like I should have, like 100%. My proteins, my food, my whatever it was that I was doing, I should have been doing it strict from the beginning, instead of like changing things up in between. So as we do know, and if you don't, this is like a good lesson if you watched me, because that's what happens. If you are not prepared with what you're eating, if you're not prepared or prepped with what you're doing, you will not succeed. It's really hard to diet or live structured with your eating habits, especially if you have any type of bad eating habits or eating disorders, or just like weight issues. Lots of us that are dieting, it's not our first time, right? It's many times, many on top, and years, unfortunately, because once you get overweight, it's sad, but like it's so hard to keep it off, or you're continually working on it the rest of your life to make sure you're not where you were unhappy. It's just the way it is. It's unfair. Or maybe some people don't think it's unfair. I don't know. I think it's unfair. Like I work my ass off all the time trying to stay healthy and work on things that work for me to get to where I want to be. And lots of times I've been where I want to be, and then I can't stay there. So, maybe there's a bigger picture, right? Maybe there's other things like, that you need to look at, or I need to look at, or, maybe. But for now, it's working on just getting to my goal and the best way that I can, or learning as I go. So that's the way it goes. So I hope for all of you too that are on a weight loss journey, just know that it's not easy. We all know this if you're a first-time dieter or a 60-time dieter or higher like me. It's hard, but you just got to keep going. Like, that's it. Just keep going, and one day we're gonna make it. We are going to make it, and you just never give up. It's just like anything in life. You wouldn't want to tell yourself or your kids or your family or your friends or anybody you love to give up on anything that they're doing if it's going to make them happier to reach their goals. Well, this is the same thing, and I'm just telling you the same thing that I feel for me, or that I would tell my kids or anybody else, is just to keep going. And if you fall off the wagon, if you fall off the food truck, you know what I mean? Just keep going. That's all. And if you can't, or there's other problems or issues, then just do some research, or put out a hand, and hopefully someone will be out to hold your hand and reach out back to you. So let's see now about the weigh-in. So the weigh-in today was, drum roll, The same. Yes. I know. You guys are waiting for that weigh-in. I'm sure you knew anyway. It's going to be the same. So, no, I'm not happy. I was really mad. I'm not going to lie. I was like really in a big pissy mood this morning, let me tell you, because I did so well the last, how long, really sticking to getting my protein up, eating that darn chicken, and I'm telling you, no. So again, I'm stuck where I was. I don't know why. I have never been stuck on the same. I've had a stall before. This is why I started doing this PSMF, is because I was on a huge stall for months though, right? A few months. That's a stall to me, a few months. This is not. I wouldn't really call it a stall, but I'm just saying, like, my body stalled or whatever, right? I'm just stuck on this number right now. And I know lots of people don't go by numbers, but if you've heard me talk before, I am all about the numbers and about the measurements. I know how I look and how I feel. I know automatically, but I'm sorry. The scale to me, no. The scale to me is everything. And we're all different, and that's just the way I look at it. I know in my head a number that I want to be, and it doesn't mean I'm going to go to that number and I'm going to be happy at that number or stay at that number or even want to be that number when I don't know, right? But it's a number. And I know I'm not the only one out there. There's lots of people out there that are scale addicted. That's me. I am a weigh scale addiction. That's, I could open a group for that. So I have to weigh. I weigh every day, and I don't care. So I know lots of people don't like that, and they talk about that a lot, and that's me. So I have to, or I'll go insane. So one day I'll want to see the number that I want to see, and we'll see. So let's see, I was 179 again. So yes, sorry if I'm disappointing anyone. I really have no idea. I was hoping to have a different number on the scale or make a huge drop because I was doing so good. And maybe it'll be tomorrow. But I just wanted today, it's the 31st, I wanted it just to be over with. I'm done. So I think I would have been happier if I was losing, or even, I don't know, I shouldn't say gaining, but I mean, if I just saw the scale move. But it's just stay. So I'm not happy with that. I have to see something happening. Although I know a month long usually isn't, you can't give things a month long. You have to keep going. You have to be consistent. So this is not a lifestyle, right? Let's just get that straight. That I know that, and you guys should know that protein sparing modified fast is just that. It's a fast. It's something that was done to make people lose weight fast. Or maybe a kickstart to, if you were in a stall like I did, to get my body moving. And I was in a stall, and I started moving. So that's great. So now I can move on to the next part of my journey that I decide to do to try to reach my goal. So unfortunately, I didn't get to where I wanted to be. No. So I'm disappointed in myself, but that's me. I'm pretty hard on myself. So I'm a little disappointed, but I did lose. So I don't want to sound like, people be like, well, you lost like 12 pounds in 31 days. What's wrong with you? Yes, I'm very happy, very proud that I stuck it out and I lost 12 pounds. Absolutely. But it's just, that's not what I was looking for, but it was to see if you could make it to 20. I do think it's possible. I didn't, but 12 pounds is great. It's an achievement. So yes, I am happy. Okay, 12 pounds, I'm happy. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm very happy. So I will go on from there. So, okay, let's get it to some stats here for me. So I started this journey, or this fast August challenge. August 1st, I was 191 pounds, okay? And today, August 31st, I am 179. So I am down 12 pounds in 31 days. So it's good. So measurements, I didn't share measurements with you guys. I just was showing you my weight daily. So, but my measurements, August 1st when I measured, my bust was 43 inches, my waist was 39 inches, my hips were 48 inches. I just did bust, waist, hips. That's all I did. And then today when I measured, my bust was 41 inches, waist was 36, and hips were 45 inches. So a total inches lost were 8 in 31 days. So down 12 pounds and 8 inches. So I don't know, that's pretty good, right? So definitely I think it's comparable to some other things I've done, because other things I've done for month long, or not even a month really, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I lose around 10 pounds. So that's about normal for me or more. So, and I've done probably pretty much every fast. This is just lately a new thing for me to start this channel and doing this with you guys. So, but in the past, I've done it all. So that's about comparable. So it's comparable, really. So I guess it maybe just depends what you're comfortable with. So what kind of fasting you're comfortable with. So I will always do fasting. Intermittent fasting is a way of life. And if I wish I knew about it when I was younger, because I would have probably not gotten to the point where I was in my life and unhappy with my weight. Maybe I would have struggled too, but I don't think I would have gotten, you know, way up into my 200s if I already knew how fasting is for you. Intermittent fasting is absolutely amazing. I believe everyone should live by that, but that's my opinion, okay? So I've done lots of research on it, lots of reading up on it, lots of everything. And if I knew about it, I tell you, even my kids would be living that way. My kids don't have weight issues, but I'm just saying, like, I just think it's so healthy to do. So, and I've never felt better from when the last how many years now I've been intermittent fasting. So I did lose 60 pounds already with keto and IF, intermittent fasting, and doing OMAD, with 1 meal a day. That's how I lost my first amount of weight. And then I got to a stall where I just couldn't lose anymore, and that's why I started like doing other things. And then I gained 20 pounds back. That's what I don't want. And lots of us do that, but that's not what I want. I do want to get into a lifestyle where it's sustainable, right? That's what you want. You want to find something that you can do forever. That's the only thing that's going to work. So PSMF is not a forever thing. It's not sustainable. Keto is, but I find people fall off keto as well. Lots. But lots of people do live on it for like forever too, or a long time anyway. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I have been asked by many of you what I'm going to do next, because I obviously have not reached my goal. I would like to be 145, I'm guessing. So we'll see, right? We only know once we start shrinking how we feel. Maybe at 145 I might go, oh, like, you know, this is, no, I don't want to be this. This is too skinny, or, you know, whatever, right? I'm not comfortable, whatever it may be. So I'm thinking, I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to be doing, but I know keto and OMAD was very successful for me, and maybe I just needed a break from it, or my body did, and I can get started going again, because obviously it worked, right? It worked for me, and it works for many others. Just doing intermittent fasting also works. I just found that after a while just doing IF, I was, sometimes I did like 16-8. I did the warrior, which is you fast for 20 hours, you eat for 4. I just found that OMAD, 1 meal a day, and I ate within the 1 hour, or way less than that, but you give yourself the hour, you eat every 24 hours, and that just worked for me. It worked for my lifestyle. It worked for me. I just ate. That was it. And that was it. So I possibly will do that again, because that just works for me. But I'm not sure yet. Because I find OMAD, after I did that for a long time and I enjoyed it very much, but I did know like that's when I started sometimes binging again, that I do on the odd thing. I don't binge on everything, but I don't overeat. But that's my issue, is after a while I do really well and then I'm craving something or I want something, or I emotionally have a day where that's it and I just like lose it or whatever it is. You know, lots of us get like this, and that's what makes you just jump off track, and then I just go for the chocolate or whatever it is, but it isn't just a chocolate, right? That's the problem. I binge on it and it's days, and then I just sabotage myself. So when I don't have some structure, I find that, you know, then I can just do things that I shouldn't be doing. So I do need that structure, not just say, eat what you want. Lots of people on IF, they eat in this certain period and they just watch, you know, they still want to be in a caloric deficit, of course, and but eat what they want. I know people that eat Big Macs and they lose weight on it, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't do that, but I mean, it's, I would eat some chocolate, absolutely, and not eat anything else, for sure. No problem. So anyway, that's why I can't do that. I have to have a little bit more structure. Well, that is the basis of that. That was my month-long PSMF. I want to thank everyone that stuck by me, supported me, watched me, followed me. I really appreciate it. This is new for me to do like this, but it honestly did help me stay accountable. And I have been asked by many people now that I've been talking to, and they were wanting to know what I'm doing next because I haven't reached my goal. So I do not know long term to reach my next goal, which would be 145. I don't know yet. I am leaning towards keto and IF, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So starting tomorrow, which is September 1st, I am going straight into a 3-day egg fast. So if you want to go along with me, you can. Otherwise, what I'll be doing is, because there's many egg fasts on the internet, and I am doing, you know, one that I chose, and that would be easiest for me, I believe, but I am doing a 3-day egg fast. And the only reason I'm doing that is because of being on PSMF, which is hardcore protein, pretty much no fat, no carbs. So I'm wanting to get my body used to some fat, and of course jump into ketosis, even though I should be in ketosis after only eating like protein for a month pretty much. But I don't usually check that. I might start checking again my ketones. That's pretty much what that is. Before I know what I'm going to go into for my next goal, I'm going to do a 3-day egg fast. So I will video what I did and for my 3-day egg fast. So starting tomorrow. So I will see you guys in 3 days after my egg fast is done. I will do an update of what I did, what I ate, how it worked for me, and how that went. And then I will have an update of what I will be doing, so that if you want to follow along with me, great. Or if you want to do it with me, great. And if you have any suggestions, I am always open to hearing what you have to say. So thank you for taking the time. I know this is one of my longer videos. I just felt like talking and explaining, and I appreciate everyone that listened. So I will see you in 3 days, and good luck everyone with your own journey that you're on, and I will wish you the best.